I'm learning that you can grow vegetables without dirt. To help the lunchroom and other places have food. We're planting plants in the garden for we can sell them to communities for everybody else can eat.
It's all about learning what food is important, how to grow it, and how not to go hungry. Westside Elementary's aeroponic garden attracting national attention this week as Audrey Rowe, National Administrator for the Food and Nutrition Service at the United States Department of Agriculture, seeing herself what these efforts produce.
It's just beautiful.
Ms. Rowe visiting during National School Lunch Week, spending much of the afternoon at Westside. The aeroponic garden set up by Ellis Jaxon Farms, making a definite impression.
Well, I think the setup is terrific. I wanted to see these towers in a school. I only know of one other school that I visited where you have this kind of operation going on. But what's even more important is that it's in a school where kids can see their food being grown, and it gives them a greater appreciation for food, healthy food. It lets them know that everything doesn't come out of the supermarket.
Westside Gardens here at Westside Elementary in Houston County, Georgia, have experienced a lot of attention recently. But the visit by the USDA out of Washington, D.C. is extremely important and gives a huge nod to social enterprises such as Ellis Jaxon Farms and encourages public-private partnerships.
Well, that's what these these partnerships are all about. How do we get partnerships underway? How do we engage business and get business involved in providing equipment? We can't provide it all from the federal level. We do have equipment grants, but this is something that would not be in our program. We may be able to provide some things like this through our farm side, but those are mainly for farms. So these urban gardens and urban hydroponic and other programs really need the support of business.
Americans for Schools and Ellis Jaxon Farms have been working hard to plant the seeds that will help children not only learn how to grow their own food, but with a broader intention: wiping out child hunger altogether. According to statistics, more than 15 million children in the U.S. live in food-insecure households.
What we wanted to do, we realized child hunger is just not a child hunger problem, it's a humanitarian problem.
Yes.
And it does not require brilliant ideas, it requires everything to be done brilliantly. And then I wanted to make sure that we give some tools and power and take this message out that this is a serious problem. 16.8 million children,
yes.
Even one children is too many.
Right.
And this can be solved so easily by growing one tomato at a time.
Awarded recently by Americans for Schools for her efforts volunteering to oversee the gardens at Westside, Renee Kelly sees the gardens as a gateway to a future in agriculture.
We already have our fifth graders. We've told them that they have towers in the middle school, the high school. They're already planning to go into the middle school, into those classes where they can work with the towers from middle school to high school, and they're already planning what they can do in the FFA programs there.
And Sean Monahan with USDA out of Atlanta is enthusiastic the visit from Washington is a positive sign for such programs.
You think that's going to help partnerships like these continue and grow further throughout the state and the country?
Absolutely. One thing I can say about Ms. Rowe is she will share anything that she sees that's wonderful, and that's not going to stay local. That'll be on a national level. So when she sees operations like this and how successful they are, they'll definitely be shared.
The hands-on approach seems to be working, teaching children the fundamentals of nutrition and demonstrating to others real-world approaches that feed growing demands for a healthy food supply in the future. Perry Swanson, Primetime News Network.